birthright to live in well-beingness. I really believe that we are here to radiate and shine and be living embodied examples. And so when we focus on the regeneration with these practices, I'm just giving examples because it's what I love and what I do, but there's many. But the Quantum Playground and Aerial Yoga Play and the AirX program, they start to rebuild the body and have the body repair itself properly, just because it's opening it up and allowing it to flow and align with its original blueprint of what it's supposed to do. So just to wrap up the kind of talk part of the session is coming back to body wisdom. This is the most important message that I could leave you guys with. So one of my favorite quotes, again, is there is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophy. And I think it's really important that we bring more in the embodiment practices into our conferences, into our seminars, into integrating more of this information with speakers, so that we are willing to choose to feel good and the overall message that the body is the message, the overall gift of the body as a messenger. And that when we open and align our spine and bring a more sense of relief, of stress and enjoyment in our body, that we want to bring more emphasis on how important it is to feel good. Like, I mean, it's so simple. I was like, I'm going to do a whole talk on how important it is to feel good. Like, it feels good to feel good. And this is all back to the Abraham teachings and stuff. But it's really just giving people permission, like, remember to feel good. If it doesn't feel good, make it fun. We are in charge of changing it. You know, we're the ones that make it fun. We don't like, oh, this is no fun. We'll make it fun, you know? It's like, oh, you're always enjoying yourself. Yeah, because I'm fun. I bring the fun. So the body will always give you 100% accurate feedback loop. Or uh-huh. That's all we ever have to learn, to trust that intuition again. It's like, this doesn't feel good. Or yeah, that felt good. And listen to that and make wise choices. And that's what I call embodied wisdom. Okay, so a couple quotes, because I love the inspirational quotes every day. I wake up and I look for things to inspire me so I can inspire others. And so inspirational videos, inspirational quotes, anything like that to remember, to remind us how important it is to feel joy. These are my reminders for you. So remember that you are a creative genius expressing here at this leading edge time-space reality for the purpose of taking thought and therefore vibration beyond that which it has ever been before, and that is how important you are. We reawaken within your memory the power and inevitable success that pulses through the core of that which you really are. And we can only feel that when we do these movements and we're reawakening our core and connecting to our core, and then we know how powerful we are. And then nothing outside of ourselves can have these negative influences on us that we talk so much about, and we become so focused on what's outside influencing us. But it is this holographic reality. We're in this symbiotic relationship with everything. So we change it and offer that vibration by emanating it from our electromagnetic field to really make a difference. So Abraham's one of my favorite teachers. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit more interaction. So tools for transformation, very simple ways. So does everybody here have plenty of energy, plenty of time? Can we just skip this part? You guys are already full? Usually not. So I love to give people simple ways to manage their time and energy better. If everybody was cool, I wouldn't be offering this, but this is the pattern that I see over and over again. So again, balance. So balancing our input-output equation. So I am a scientist at heart. I am an engineer. I map everything. I map the body. I love structures. I love models. I love numbers. So if I can map it, I will. So I'm going to give you an easy map for balancing your energy. It's called the input-output equation. So it's just like your bank account. You want to break the habit of going into energetic debt. Just like, if you're spending more money than coming in, it becomes an issue. And then eventually, that sets up a problem with the external world. So input-output equation, language, the importance of language. I can't stress that enough. But we'll get into identifying the energy leaks and choosing wisely. And you would think that this would be, like, everyone's like, I know, positive thinking, but like way beyond that. We are vibrationally creating with every word that we offer. So getting in tune with becoming a powerful creator by understanding what is the story we're telling, what is the vibration we're offering with the words we're using. That is our sword for creating. So let's get into that a little bit. This might be a little hard to read, so I'm going to do my best to just break it down, but it's all on my website. Super simple. So input-output equation, there's 24 hours in a day, right? We all agree sometimes. So 12 hours in, 12 hours out. Really simple. If we can balance this on a day-to-day basis, we're going to be doing excellent. Sometimes we just need to balance it on a weekly basis or even a monthly basis because our life fluctuates. It's just like summer and winter. We have different levels of daylight and just like daylight savings times being today. So I got 1 hour less sleep. I wasn't very happy with it, but I'm happy to be here. So here we are. So 12 hours in, 12 hours out. So I break it down into basic, practical, and precious. Okay, and this is actually super essential. So basic. So 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work. Every person I know is trying to buck that system. I'll tell you right now, you do not buck that system. I don't care if it's rest, I don't care if it's meditation, but we need 8 hours in as a basic and 8 hours out as our production or productivity in the world. And if you buck the system, which you can and you can try, because I am a superhero, so I did try, then I slept 4 hours a night for 16 years. I can tell you right now, I was like, I'll get twice as much done. And I did get twice as much done. I was not that pleasant to be around, I'll tell you right now. I got 2 degrees in 4 years. I finished my PhD in like a year and a half, all this craziness, and I was like miserable. And that's why I fell to my knees in the desert. But that's how we got here. So yeah, I tried to buck the system, didn't work out. If we don't honor universal law and these natural principles, we start extracting the energy from our cells. And then we start extracting the energy from our relationships and the people that are around us, and then we start extracting the energy. We're pulling that energy from our environment, and we're not giving back to the people around us and the community around us, right? So basic, sleep, work, balance those two. 8 hours in, 8 hours out. Now the practical level, this is still for me, easy, right? Easy, practical. 2 hours out, 2 hours in. Showering, going for a walk, meeting up with friends, having anything, if you're not sure, listen to your body. Was that nourishing? Was that fulfilling? Or did that feel like a drain? Did that take energy from you or give energy to you? And sometimes people have a lot of questions on this one because I do empowerment coaching, so we do all the what ifs. So yoga could be half in, half out. Yoga feels very nurturing to my soul, but it's still output. It's still energy I'm expending in order to get that. So we can divide. Like children might be some in, some out. You know, we can give lots of examples, relationships. So it's okay if we divide something as like, oh, that was an hour in, hour out, and we split it, right? And now what I like to work with people is the precious time. So what I consider precious time is that soulful time. It's that time that's feeding that part of myself that is communicating with my source. That is my connection to my higher realms. That's my connection to spirit. That's my connection to nature. Whatever works for you. This is my spiritual practices. These are my videos that I watch. These are the quotes that I gather. This is stuff that feels like it's filling me up. It's not food. We don't always get our nutrients, our nourishment from food. And then my growth time, my 2 hours, the last 2 hours. Is everybody following this? This makes sense, right? It's pretty basic, but it's so important. And growthful time. So my soulful time is balanced with my growthful time. So 2 hours each day, I'm putting towards my progress, my positive change, my dreams, my ambitions, my way of progressing and moving forward in the world that makes life also fulfilling for me, of giving back, of this would be my growthful time today. More than 2 hours, but we'll just give it 2 hours for today. And it's really important for me to continue my aspirations and my accomplishments and that feeling of moving forward in the world. And that can be part of your work, but it's separated from your basic. So it doesn't eat up all of your growthful time, right? So you guys are all scanning, right? So everybody looking at their lives right now and being like, huh, kind of cut into my precious time last week, that practical stuff, right? I'm not getting my basics down, and so I don't have enough left over for even considering growthful. So these are the patterns that I see over and over again in giving people practical tools. Like, how can I start to make a shift? And I promise you, if you start balancing this on the day-to-day, you will notice that you have more energy, you have more vitality, you have more creativity, you do have more inspiration and imagination, and it just goes better. And trust me, I know we all try to get around some of this when too much practical is taking up our time, but we make the time. We set it, like when I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, right now you're in my precious time. I'll just let you know. And they're like, okay. So let's make this soulful. Let's make this growthful. Or we're going to have to reschedule it when I have a little bit more precious time. I have more practical time for this matter. So we want to be able to quickly scan our lives and start to discern where we're putting our energies. So I'm just going to go over the last two of the tools that I think are really great for you to take home in your little toolbox, and the importance of language as our offering, to be very selective with our words and to create more awareness and increase how we're using language, and pay attention to the words that are draining or disempowering language. Super important. If you're not sure, how does it feel? How does it feel when we say I can't, or I don't know, or I won't, or I should or shouldn't, and all of those things that connect us to like the fear, doubt, and worry, and that paradigm where we're not necessarily being a powerful, deliberate creator at that moment. We are playing out the roles that we were conditioned and responding to them, just kind of like regurgitating a lot of what we hear, especially with the how are you question. It's like, how are you? I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so exhausted. I'm like, It's like, I don't think they need a lecture at that moment, but I'm like, oh, I just really would love for you to get more rest then. You know, if they're telling me they're having a hard time managing their energy, right? Like, oh, I'm so tired. Well, then it seems like more rest would really benefit, right? But, you know, you don't want to say that because they don't like it. So we want to replace the words, those nots, I call them, with I can, powerful, empowering statements like I can, I am, I intend, I choose, I request, I prefer, I will. Very simple, commanding the energy, speaking powerfully to what it is that we want so we can start creating in our world. So part of what I do with my empowerment teachings is talk about the infinite possibilities along the lines of time, which is we're actually matching the version of reality that we want to create by the vibration we're offering. So it's like we're looking at like the keys on a piano. And we're a little energy ball that's bouncing around on those keys, making certain tones. And if we keep playing the same song over and over again, we keep experiencing the same reality. So if we want to create a world where we're seeing more harmony and more peace and more love, and then we start playing that song by matching the vibration so that we can see what it is that we're wanting to experience and create. And so we can do that by replacing those energy drains, those virals. I call them societal virals, because they are things that are kind of downloaded into our psyche, and we're not really doing it. We're not doing it consciously, but they run automatically. Especially, oh, everybody I know. Oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm so busy. I'm like, really? Oh my God, really? And it's like, if you want to be busy, that's cool. Like, you're, oh, you're so yay. But it's like, I always say, do you want to be tired? Do you want to be exhausted? Is this working? And so if we can't, it's so important. Like, if we can't figure out this time, space, reality stuff, there's no way we can start playing in the higher realms. There's no way that we can bring through the other versions of ourself and our reality that want to be pulsing through us. We have to get a handle on our time and energy management first. And then those levels are accessible to us. It's really, like, if we want to make it a game, we want to make it that fun and that simple. So speak only to what you want powerfully, and replace the sick, broke, tired, hard, difficult, overwhelming. So I will just give you a couple examples, but here's the alternative. This is all in my empowerment course. If this is actually interesting and you're like, I really want to work the language piece because I notice all the virals and the knots that I've been experiencing. So we replace busy with I need to take some time to rest. I would like some more space, and I speak to what you want, you know, like when everyone says, oh, you must be so busy, which happens all the time. I do run like 5 different programs at any given time. And I'm like, well, I love my good and plenty. Does anybody remember that, Candy? I love my good and plenty. So it's okay to have a full plate. Oh, my plate is really full right now, like abundant. But busy is like that sound on the phone when you didn't get somebody. Like, you got me. I'm not too busy that I just hung up, you know? So I like playing with the language like that. So tired, of course, I'm looking forward to some more rest. Like, how you doing? I'm really looking forward to some rest. We kind of got it, right? And these are little subtlety things that I really think are important when we pay attention to them. And of course, replace trying with I will and I can. When something is hard, oh, like a lot of times, oh, that was so hard. You know, oh, I found it's so difficult. Well, the opposite of hard is soft, right? So if it's hard, then soften, right? Be easy about it. So a lot of times, like, I'll just repeat to myself, ease and grace, right? Can I bring more ease and grace? What would grace do? What would ease feel like? And what is the situation calling for? If it's calling for something, then we give it to the situation. So we want to pay attention to what story we're telling. You know, be very particular about where you're putting your focus. where our attention goes, energy flows. So practice directing that, and just notice with your thoughts that you can tell a different story, and you can notice by the way you feel, so our emotions are indicators of alignment, how well your story is resonating with your truth. For me, what I like to do is share with people that your emotions actually are your guidance from source. 100% accurate guidance. When it feels good, your source is like, yeah, more of that. That's great. If it doesn't feel good, it's saying, no, that's off. So pay attention to the alignment based on how it feels. And if we do that, if we balance our input-output equation, bring more emphasis on identifying the energy leaks and sealing them up, choosing wisely, and creating a strong vibrational offering with the story we're telling, being powerful and deliberate about what we're creating, we'll start to see what it is that we want to experience in the world. And I'm just going to end with a few inspirational quotes again, because I love them and I collect them. And so, acting from a place of faith, trust, and certainty, that would really shift immediately how we're experiencing the world. Trusting ourselves, trusting our intuition, really noticing that anything that I focus upon, I make bigger by my vibrational investment in it. I therefore choose to manifest only what my heart truly desires. I give my undivided attention to becoming a vibrational match to the highest visions and dreams, and so it is. So I have a few other quotes that are here, Path of Empowerment, and I'll just skip to the summary so we can have a nice 5-minute meditation if you guys are up for that. I just want to kind of like stay on track because I know there's other things going on at 12:30. So this is my takeaway. I was like, I'm going to create a whole presentation about how important it is to feel good, like I said. So this is your permission to shine, okay? It's important to feel good. I give you permission. If you were looking for that, a lot of my clients just need permission again to feel joy, to listen to your body, to trust your feelings, to choose wisely with your attention. Get in touch with your intuition, feel that instinctual nature and be in tune with that. And for God's sakes, please do what you love. You are a gift to the world when you are channeling and finding your creative outlet and bringing that to the world. And just enjoy life and have more fun. It's really important to have more fun. And share your gifts with the world the best to your abilities. These are a list of my recommended teachers. If you want to have some recommendations for readings, these are all on my website too. I love Abraham Hicks. Matt Kahn is really great if you like inspirational videos. I watch him on YouTube a lot. My path started out searching for teachers that were, after I had awoken to this idea of energy, and I was like, what's going on in my body when I could feel all these infinity loops and stuff. And so Palladian Light Work by Amora Kuan Yin was really helpful to me. One of my favorite artists and friends and inspirational music is Amaria Dreamseed, and he does really great events aligning with the Divine Blueprint. And then Melchizedek, of course, with the Ancient Secrets of the Flower of Life, if you're interested in sacred geometry. He's a winner for sure, very popular. And then the book Path of Empowerment has been incredibly influential to me. So Barbara Marciniak and the Path of Empowerment is a great tool to take home with you. I have some cards, some postcards, some business cards for you with my offerings of what's next. Please do stay in touch with me. There's a little sheet flying around here. If you don't mind signing in and just sharing your email, I'll share with you my newsletter. If you don't want to, I understand. But I'd love to stay in touch. I offer advanced empowerment and evolutionary practices. That comes in the form of coaching, of courses. I also offer guidance and counseling and consulting and all of those fun things that a lot of us offer. And then the things that are really unique that I do offer is these live interactive experiences with the Quantum Playground, the aerial yoga play. I have a whole certification program for those that want to become teachers or just want to take the training. So that's working with the yoga swings. And then my comprehensive healing programs integrate optimal performance programs, becoming our best humans, supercharging our lives. And then I run a lot of conscious cleansing programs. It's really important to cleanse and detoxify the body so we can hold these new vibrations that are coming through. Okay. I think we have about 5 more minutes. I'm wondering what time it is. Oh, it's 12:22. Yes.
Can we clap for you? Yes.
Oh, thank you. So appreciate it. Let's just have, thank you. Let's just have a couple minutes of questions and then a 5-minute meditation at the end for those that want to stay. That would be really nice. I want to share with you the Pillar of Light, Body of Light, and Family of Light for those that are looking for that quick guided meditation that you can do and just really start to tone and prime the body. Does anybody have anything they'd like to share? Questions, comments, jokes?
Do you sell your swings and your structures?
I do.
And then you ship them?
Everything but me is for sale, right? You can buy anything you want on this planet. No, yes, I make my own version of the yoga swing. It is quite special, I have to say. Comfortable, stretchy sweatshirt material with leg loops and handholds, and it's a full set. It's all available on my website. I have a couple different websites, but Sun Healing is like the parent, and then Aerial Yoga Play and Aerial Yoga RX are the ones specifically for the conscious movement. And I'm in the process of building a new monkey bar play set that turns into a swing set. So it's like a 2-in-1, and that should be available next month. And then the Sacred Geometry portals, which are much higher price point, big structures, are made by my friend Harlan. And of course, I can connect you to those. It's all on the Quantum-playground.com.
That's what you had at One Love, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So those things are available for events, for gatherings. I come with like a whole quantum team to create a whole experience that is interactive and playful and fun and deep and meditative and embodied, all that. Any other questions? Comments? Hi, Raz.
Hi. I know a lot of like the reprogramming has to do with habits.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any specific tips that you'd like to share that help you form these new habits, like putting Post-its with different words or different things like that?
Well, I definitely gave you like just a little buffet style, a couple little tastes of some practices that I do, but creating a strong daily practice is essential. So that's why I made these empowerment coaching programs that give you something to do every day. Inspirational quotes and videos, Post-its, stickies, hanging out with inspirational people sometimes helps. Surrounding yourself with goodness is really important. But the movement practices, these breathing exercises and the daily meditation, as well as getting into swing, which I know that you do now, is super important every day, like all day, every day. Find joy in your life. Like, don't just wait, like, and do it 5 minutes and then be like, oh, I'm off to the races of misery. Like, really start to bring more joy and more fun and more creativity and more love into your day-to-day. And see the programming. See how one might not feel good enough or not worthy of feeling good, which is really big. I mean, the undoing of these spirals is so deep and important. Okay, we're on time. So my main practice is healing work. So that's really important that we go deep into the patterns of the psyche and the emotions and how they manifest physically and how that's affecting our mental states, and incorporating like a holistic approach. So the comprehensive healing programs, and why I do like 20 things at once is because we actually have 20 different aspects of our lives that need to come into balance. So we can't just hang upside down and feel good. We have to eat superfoods and do cleansing programs and meditate and tell ourselves positive things in order to feel good. You know, if we're the whole time, like you notice there's some frustration there when we can't do something and then we're saying, I'm not good enough, right? I'm just using that as one of the virals because it's really popular. The not enoughness in general, or the nots and the lack paradigm has been what's been suppressing our energy field and holding back our power. And it's real. You know, we're experiencing that internally, projecting it out onto the world because this is what we've absorbed through, you know, perpetuating the DNA and whatnot. So our DNA is just potential. And so when we start working with the pineal gland and start doing some of these breathing exercises and feeling more energy in the body, it actually starts to shift the way we think. You know, so I did give you a bunch of snippets, but I do encourage you to take the empowerment course. It's online. It's on my website. I make everything really affordable, accessible, kind of addressing all the excuses we give. Not enough time, not enough energy, not enough resources, not enough, so that it's really available for people. Thank you for asking. Is everybody good with, thank you, with a 5-minute meditation? Everybody feel good about that? Good answer. Thank you, guys. And just really short, because there's a lot that I can give in the meditations. They're all on my website, too. I have like over 100 guided meditations for different topics that I offer. And the one that I really like to point you guys to is called the Golden Divine. And the Golden Divine is this coming back into resonance and alignment with the harmonic coding, with our inherent balance between the masculine and feminine, coming back into our own union in ourself. So we can embrace the intelligence of the heart and feel this source energy pulsing through us, feeling this groundedness, this connectedness, this presence, this aliveness. So everybody just close your eyes and allow yourself to just drop in and feel your sit bones, feel your feet, whatever position you're in, and breathe that energy up into your heart again and feel your heart. We're going to do the free energy breathing where we inhale and expand, and we feel our field start to, like a balloon or a bubble, it's just start to expand and rise. And then we're going to exhale, and we're going to squeeze the energy back towards the core, the center of the heart space, the soul matrix. And we're going to inhale and pulse and just let that energy again expand. And then exhale, squeeze it in towards the center, concentrating the energy. And just keep that running on automatic, that expanding of the field, connecting to the auric field, and then the squeezing in, and you feel that concentration in the center of the heart. And then from there, I want you to bring more awareness up into the crown of the head and allow your energy to rise up like a silver cord of light, like a kite going up into the heavens. I personally love to connect to the sun. I'm a sun creature. But maybe you like to connect to the center of the galaxy or the center of the universe or the center of that connection to your higher self's heart. Wherever that is for you, let it be 100% perfect. And then you're going to start to merge and pull that energy down from the heavens like our practice to the heart. And then you breathe that energy down to the earth and you feel the earth. And then you breathe the energy back up from the earth and you feel your heart. And then you breathe it all the way up into the heavens and you feel the heavens. So the infinity loops start to run automatically and become a natural and normal state for you. And then from that place, I want you to get in tune with the pillar of light. So the pillar of light feels like this really strong, hollow straw, this column of energy where you can spiral and spin golden dancing light up and down the body. So it's feeding and fueling the circulatory system. It's pulsing out from the heart space. And then it grounds you down and plugs you into the earth as well as rise up into the heavens. So always feel the spine as the most essential part. If nothing else, just get in tune with your pillar of light and feel the resources rising up and nourishing you from the earth. Just pull and suck that energy up through your straw, your energy straw, and then just let it seep down through your silver cord and let it land softly in the heart. And these energies are mixing and mingling in your heart space. And you can breathe those out to your extremities and your limbs. And we keep breathing them out to the edge of our auric field. It's the bubble of light that's around your body, 3 feet around you in all directions. And so we start to seal in the body of light, this bubble of light, with this electric blue field and a violet purple film. And we just let that energy start to pulse and vibrate, and we let the fountain of energy coming out through the crown of the head, through our pillar of light, it just cleanses and clears the entire auric field. Just let it be nice and soft and easy to start to connect to that bubble of energy that keeps you safe and secure, protected, sealed, and you have this nice clear boundary that is just your individualized field. This is your toroid. This is your Merkaba that you can start to connect to through the electromagnetics of the heart. So pillar of light, body of light, and then family of light. Imagine yourselves as a really long, beautiful tree trunk, and then you let your branches spread out through the crown of the head, and then the little leaves are connecting up into the heavens, and you have this entire entourage of angels and guides and ascended masters, all these light beings that are here to serve you on your path. Just thousands of beings, of thousands of energies that are here to consciously serve you and cheer you on. Feel the abundance of that tree that's blossoming out to your family of light. And feel the same anchoring down and the rooting down in all of your roots, connecting to the neural network of the earth and plugging down into the crystalline core, and everything on the planet is serving you. You're feeling the connection to all beings, all insects, all plants, all animals are all here with this one particular divine plan and harmonic coding to be in purpose and on purpose on the earth plane. And then you are still centered and seated in the soul of the heart and connected to both the heaven and earth to be that clear conduit and channel. And you can breathe all the way up into the heavens and breathe all the way down to the earth, and you feel those two mixing and mingling. And we stay in that heart-centered presence, in that infinite intelligence that lives in the heart space. And it also pulses out and emanates out and touches every being you come in contact with in the highest and best ways. So pull in the qualities of the heart that you want to radiate. Pull in compassion, understanding, body wisdom, more joy, more laughter, more forgiveness, whatever it is that would bring you alive. Seal it into that space and let it infuse into every cell to inform your choices, to be radiating out through every one of your movements, and let your hands be an extension of your heart. So everything you come in contact with will be touched with these energies. And then slowly and easily just take your time. We are right on time. We're in the right place. We're in the right space. I'm so honored and overjoyed to be able to share all this with you. I know you're all masterful beings in your own right, and I really appreciate you showing up and just playing with me and taking home with you the little nuggets, the little reminders, the things that are here to serve you. I trust that you got exactly what it is, and you've also given to me exactly what I've needed to feel completely satisfied and fulfilled. So thank you so much. Blessings.